I cannot believe my eyes and what is here in the radio station right now. Betsy Brewer from Southwick Zoo, good morning.
Good morning.
Spring is near when Betsy brings an animal to the radio station. Over the past 7 years, you've been here with all sorts of different animals. And last year, you brought in a monkey, and I can't believe that you brought a tiger cub in this morning.
4.5 months old.
Now, you lost a tiger recently.
We lost our white tiger this winter, yes. We were very sad about that, but he lived a good, long, healthy life. And our tigers now are being replaced by this beautiful one, a Bengal tiger that's 4.5 months old, and orange in color, and the white one will be coming next month.
I don't know if you could hear him in the background, but he's certainly,
She's a little rambunctious.
She's certainly making some noise, and I wouldn't want to be that little doll she's chewing up.
We do not treat her like a pet. We know she's a wild animal. We know how to deal with her. We will not have her out like this when she grows. It's just not going to happen. She can jump from the floor up probably about 4 feet without putting hardly any effort into it at all.
I can't believe that we have a tiger in the studio right now outside of the cage. I mean, yes, it's playing with some stuffed animals and having some fun, but some definite sharp teeth on that thing.
Right. She has a collar and a leash on right now. Just in case she tries to attack you, we can pull her back. But otherwise, she is in an enclosure. She's running around, and she's acting like a tiger.
Southwick Zoo in Mendon, Massachusetts, just off of Route 16, opens on April 12th, weather permitting.
Oh, we're so excited. We're putting in a safari ride that'll be completed sometime around July, and we'll have these 2 tiger cubs on display for everyone to see, and we just keep making it better the best we can.
Normally when I'm at the Southwick Zoo, we go to check out the tigers, and inevitably they're just sitting there on the grass sleeping. I get the impression that when you see this guy rolling around in the grass, he's going to be a little bit more active, at least in the beginning.
Absolutely. She'll be more active till she grows. When she reaches adulthood, she'll probably sleep about 16 hours a day.
Another thing that we did last year when the nephew was there is the elephant ride. That's always a good time. You could actually ride an elephant. You could ride a camel as well.
And we have pony rides and kiddie rides for the children, as well as a woodland express train ride that goes through our wetlands habitat, which is 50 acres. And it's really awesome to see the big, large, huge elk out there swimming in the water. It's a really enjoyable ride. Deer Forest, 35 acres you can walk through and feed the deer. Pet and zoo, places to eat, bring a picnic, spend the day.
The Southwick Zoo is certainly one of my favorite destinations in central Massachusetts, and I don't know what I've said over the last 3 minutes because I am just in awe looking at the fact that there's a baby Bengal tiger, 4-month-old cub, rolling around on the floor here at the radio station. Can you hear that? I'm not taking my eyes off this guy.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, my God. Hi, Kaya. You know, I'm still finding clocks in my house that I didn't spring ahead. Obviously, we lost an hour this past weekend for daylight savings time. Why did they pick Saturday night at 2 a.m. for us to spring forward? Who determines when exactly we set our clocks for daylight savings time? Because if it were up to me, I would pick Friday at 4. You know, you're sitting at work, and you look at your watch, and it's, 3:58, 3:59, 5 o'clock, see ya. Here are the Beatles.
Everybody in the building here yesterday was talking about that mom.
That mom who dropped her kids off?
Who left her kids on a street corner and then drove away. And now I see in the news this morning she's being brought up on charges.
It was on The View yesterday. In fact, I told you yesterday on the air, my mother did that to me, I think, twice.
I'm not buying it. It doesn't strike me as something your mom would have done.
Hang on. I'm going to dial her up right now and see if they listen to the streaming audio.
So they probably know what's going on. All right.
Well, let's see if they're listening. Or if they're awake.
I'll bet you they're still in bed. Hold on. Keep my fingers crossed here.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, it's Adam.
Hi.
Hey, is Mom there?
Oh, she's here.
Okay.
Hi, I was just checking around some of the neighbors' kids.
Did you really do that to this poor kid?
You know, it was rough. It was the children. They were 18 months apart, and they were very competitive. And it was. I just had a bad day, Bruce.
Well, no, time out. How old was I when, first of all, on the Seafood Oyster Bay Expressway, which would be the equivalent of 290.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. When you pulled over and kicked me out, I got out of the car. And
Threatened.
No, yeah, that was a threat that you didn't follow through with because you did eventually let me back in the car after I cried tears of fear.
And hung on a bumper for 2 miles.
Exactly. Boy, did he get a burn on his lip.
I'm not sure how old I was then, but there was another time when we were down Hicksville Road, probably, 2 miles from the house?
Mile and a half, or a mile and a quarter.
All right, let's go a mile and a half. And you dropped me off, and you would not let me back in the car. And I wasn't even fighting with my sister. I think it was just you and I at the store at the time.
I just think you were being disrespectful. I forget. I don't know. Do I remember? I mean, I'm 62 years old. I don't remember.
Well, no, you don't have to work that hard to remember because, honest to God, he's still just as disrespectful. He's just transferred it to me.
No, he's a love.
How old was I when you made me walk home that mile and a half?
2? No, I'm kidding. I think you were 14.
I thought it was younger than that.
Oh, no. It was 14. You had gotten your contacts, and your hair was nice and long. And
Wait a minute. What did you just say? His what was nice and long?
It was. I swear to you, now we can shine it with polish, but it was long.
I had hair down to my shoulders, man. I did. WORC-FM, Oldies 98.9, the late, great Barry White. I'm told my wife is on the telephone. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, honey.
Hello, my dancing queen.
Oh, what great fun.
Michelle and I have been taking dance lessons. Last night was number, 4?
Number 4, yeah.
And we've really come a long way in 4 lessons. I can't believe how easy it is. I was very intimidated to do this in the beginning.
I know, so was I.
We've learned 4 dances already. The rumba, the foxtrot,
Yeah.
swing, and the hustle. 4 half-hour lessons. We're already spinning and dancing, and it's great exercise, too.
Oh, my God. In a half an hour, we are both winded. It is fantastic exercise.
Well, I get winded making the bed. But I know, I'm very impressed. The teacher's fantastic.
We look like we could be on Dancing with the Stars.
So here we go. Next time we go on a cruise, we are going to own the dance floor, you and I.
We are going to be ready. No more holding on one another and swaying back and forth.
Yeah, that's pretty much, whenever you said, hey, you want to dance, all I would dance is to a slow song, and all I would do is hold on for dear life saying, how long is this song?
Yeah, and you'd step on my toes and kick me in the leg. It was crazy.
No, this has been a lot of fun.
So I'll see you tonight for a little rumba.
I love you. I'll see you later.
I love you, too.
7:35, The Kinks and Lola coming up next on Oldies 98.9. Well, this just in, I was handed a press release a few moments ago. Apparently, the continuing trend of large-scale mergers and acquisitions has hit the holidays. It was announced yesterday at a press conference that Christmas and Hanukkah will, in fact, be merging. An industry source says the deal has been in the works for about 1,300 years. It's believed that the overhead cost of having 12 days of Christmas and 8 days of Hanukkah was becoming prohibitive for all parties. So by combining forces, we're told that the world will be able to enjoy consistently high-quality service during the 15 days of Chrisitmakkuh, as the new holiday is being called. Massive layoffs are expected, with lords a-leaping and maids a-milking being hit the hardest. It's believed that Jews will now be able to employ Santa Claus and his vast merchandising resources for gift buying and delivery services. In fact, one of the sticking points for the last 100 years has been the question of whether Jewish children could in fact leave milk and cookies for Santa. And a partial breakthrough came last year when Oreos were finally declared to be kosher. A spokesperson for Chrisitmakkuh closed the press conference yesterday by leading all present in a rousing rendition of Oi, Come All Ye Faithful. 7:36 right now on Oldies 98.9's Classic Christmas.